Hello students, this is the next problem. Prepare cash flow statement from the following balance sheets of Ultra Engineering Limited. So they have given information regarding 2 years 2009 and 2010. So under liabilities they have given share capital, reserves, profit and loss account, provision for dividends, creditors, bank overdraft, bills payable, loan on mortgage. Then under asset side they have given buildings, plant and machinery, fixtures and fittings, cash, debtors, bills receivable, stock, prepaid expenses, investments, goodwill and preliminary expenses. So also they have given the additional information. Depreciation is charged on buildings at 3% of cost of rupees 9 lakh, on plant and machinery at 8% of cost of rupees 4 lakh, fixtures and fittings at 5% of cost of rupees 8,000. Next adjustment, investment were purchased and interest received rupees 3,000 was used in writing down the value of investments. The declared dividend for 2009 was paid and interim dividend for rupees 20,000 paid out of profit and loss account. So in this problem you need to prepare cash flow from operating activity, cash flow from investing activities, and you need to find out cash flow from financing activities. So you need to prepare cash flow statement. So now we'll analyze each and every items of balance sheet. So under liability side, the first item is share capital. Opening balance is 17 lakh, closing balance is 18 lakh 35,000. So there is increase in the value of share capital. So the difference is considered as issue of equity shares. So you can go through the working note. So equity share capital, they have given the opening balance. So buy balance brought down 17 lakh, and we don't have any other information relating to the share capital. So directly we can write the closing balance. So to balance carried down 18 lakh 35,000. So 18 lakh 35,000 is the total. Okay, opening balance is less, closing balance is more. The closing balance itself will be the total. So we will be getting a balance on the credit side, that is by bank account 1,35,000. So that is considered as fresh issue of shares. The next item is reserve. Opening balance is 40,000, closing balance is 83,700. So we don't have any other adjustment relating to reserve. So we'll open reserve account. So buy balance brought down 40,000. To balance carried down 83,700. We are having only two information relating to the reserve. Opening balance is given in the problem as well as closing balance is also given. So the difference amount, that is 43,700, is considered as transferred to reserve. That is by profit and loss account 43,700, balancing figure transferred to reserve. The next item we are having is profit and loss account. Opening balance is 1 lakh, closing balance is 1 lakh 30,000. So profit and loss account balances will be considered when we are preparing cash flow from operating activities. The next item we are having is provision for dividend. 70,000 is the opening balance, closing balance is 50,000. So there is adjustment for dividend. Adjustment number C. The declared dividend for 2009 was paid and interim dividend for rupees 20,000 was paid out of profit and loss account. So they have given that the declared dividend for 2009 was paid. So the declared dividend for the year 2000 was paid means, you can see here provision for dividend in the year 2009. So there is a provision of 70,000. So whatever has been declared, that has been paid. So this 70,000 was paid. So you can go through the provision for depreciation dividend account. So in the problem they have given the opening balance of provision for dividend, the closing balance is given, and how much dividend has been paid, that information is also given. So by balance brought down, this is the opening balance 70,000. Then they have told that whatever has been provided, the entire thing was paid. So to bank account 70,000, that is dividend paid, and the closing balance is 50,000, that is written as to balance carried down. So opening balance is there 70,000, and they have told that whatever has been declared, the entire thing was paid. So to bank account 70,000, and then we are having the closing balance, which is 50,000. So 70,000 plus 50,000, the total is 1,20,000. The total is 1,20,000. Now we are getting a balance of 50,000, that is considered as provision created. So by profit and loss account 50,000 provision created. So the next item under liabilities is creditors. So creditor is a current liability. Opening balance is 1 lakh, closing balance is 95,000. So since there is decrease in the value of creditor, okay, it will come under decrease in the liability. So you need to deduct the amount of decrease, how much has been decreased. So creditor amount has been decreased by rupees 5,000, that is 1 lakh minus 95,000. So creditor is a current liability. Then we are having bank overdraft, which is also a current liability. Bills payable is also a current liability. So when there is bank overdraft, you should see whether there is any cash balance in the business. Okay. So you should see whether there is any cash balance in the business. Then loan on mortgage. Yeah, regarding bank overdraft, 8,000 and 18,000. So there is increase in the liability. Bills payable 14,000 and 13,000, there is decrease in the liability. When it comes to loan on mortgage, opening balance is 10,000, closing balance is 70,000. It means they have borrowed loan. So opening balance is 10,000, closing balance is 70,000. So 60,000 additional loan they have borrowed. So loan on mortgage account, the opening balance is how much? 10,000. By balance brought down 10,000. So we don't have any other information in the problem, but we know that the closing balance is 70,000. So to balance carried down 70,000. So 70,000 itself will be the total. So by bank account 60,000. Okay, this is the balancing figure. Okay, this is the balancing figure. So by bank account 60,000, loan raised. So then we'll analyze the assets. First item is buildings. The first item is building. Opening balance is 8 lakh, closing balance is 10 lakh. So we should consider the adjustment also. It is given that depreciation is charged on building at 3% of cost of rupees 9 lakh. So they have charged depreciation on building at 3%. So on 9 lakh. So 9 lakh into 3%, how much? Okay, so that will be the amount of depreciation on building. So when it comes to equity share capital account, the fresh provision whatever they have made, okay, or fresh issue of share, so it is an inflow. Okay, you need to add this under investing, under financing activity. Okay, bank account, that is by bank account, fresh issue of shares. So when the company issues share, they will be getting money, isn't it? So it is an inflow of cash. You need to add it under cash flow from investing activities. So this transferred to reserve, it is a non-operating expense. You need to add it to the closing balance of profit and loss account. Then this dividend paid, provision for dividend, under that dividend paid, so it is an outflow. It is a item of outflow of cash. So when they pay dividend, cash will move out of the organization. So it is an item of outflow. So you need to deduct it. Okay, the outflow items are to be deducted under the head cash flow from financing activity. And this provision, it is a non-operating expense. So you need to add it to the closing balance of profit and loss account. So regarding loan on mortgage, so when they have borrowed additional loan, okay, it is an inflow item. It is an item of inflow of cash. So you need to add it under the heading cash flow from financing activity. Under that inflow, you need to enter 60,000. So next item, that is building. Opening balance is given in the problem, closing balance is given in the problem, and also 3% depreciation will be charged of the on the building, and the cost is 9 lakh. So you can see the working note. Building account, they have given the opening balance. So to balance brought down 8 lakh. So then you need to charge depreciation. So by depreciation account, so depreciation is charged and the value or the cost is 9 lakh. Okay, opening balance is 8 lakh and they will be charging depreciation on the cost of building, that is 9 lakh. So 9 lakh into 3%, that is 27,000. And then they have given the closing balance. By balance carried down 10 lakh. Okay, so only three information is available regarding building: opening balance, depreciation and closing balance. Now we are having more total on the credit side, that is 10,000, 10 lakhs, 27,000, and we are getting a balance on the debit side which is considered as purchase of building. So to bank account 2,27,000, balancing figure purchase of building. Now the next item is plant and machinery, 25 lakh. Sorry, plant and machinery opening balance is 2,50,000, closing balance is 3,70,000. Again you are having adjustment relating to plant, that is nothing but depreciation. So on plant and machinery, depreciation is 8% of the cost of rupees 4 lakh. So go through the plant and machinery account. So we are having only three information relating to plant and machinery, that is opening balance, depreciation and closing balance. So opening balance is 2,50,000. So to balance brought down 2,50,000. Then they have given that 8% dividend on the cost of 4 lakh. So by depreciation account, on 4 lakh you will be charging 8% depreciation. So 4 lakh into 8%, that is 32,000. And then you need to write the closing balance which is 3,70,000. So by balance carried down 3,70,000. Now you are having more total on the credit side, that is 4,02,000, and you are getting a balance on the debit side which is considered as purchase. So you are getting a balance of 1,52,000, that is considered as purchase of plant and machinery. Now both this depreciation, it is a non-cash expense. Okay, you need to add it to the closing balance of profit and loss account, and this purchase amount, that is purchase of building, purchase of plant and machinery, so it is a outflow item. Okay, you will be having outflow of cash. When you purchase something, you need to pay. So it is a outflow item. You need to deduct it under the heading cash flow from investing activities. So regarding fixtures and fittings, the opening balance is given, closing balance is given and depreciation is given. So fixtures and fittings, to balance brought down, opening balance is 5,000. By depreciation account 400, that is on 8,000 they will be charging depreciation at 5%. So 8,000 into 5%, 400. Then they have given the closing balance which is 6,000. So we are getting a total of 6,400 and a balance on the debit side 1,400, which is considered as purchase of fixtures and fittings. So to bank account 1,400 balancing figure. The next item is cash. So which will be used at the end of cash flow statement. So when we want to calculate net cash flow, we are comparing the opening balance of cash and closing balance of cash. The next item is debtors. So opening balance is 1 lakh, closing balance is 45,000. So there is decrease in the value of current asset. Bills receivable is also a current asset, 8,000 and 9,000. So there is increase in the value of current asset. Stock 4 lakh and 3 lakh 43,700. So there is decrease in the value of stock. Prepaid expenses 3,000 is the opening balance, closing balance is 3,100. So there is increase in the value of prepaid expenses, means increase in the value of current asset. Then we are having investments 1,64,000 opening balance, closing balance is 1,70,000. And also we are having the adjustment, investment were purchased and interest received rupees 3,000 was used in writing down the value of investments. So regarding investment, we are having the opening balance, closing balance and the amount of interest is given. So under investment account, first item is opening balance. So to balance brought down 1,64,000 and then they have received interest. So to cash account, interest received 3,000 and they have given the closing balance which is 1,70,000. So by balance carried down 1,70,000. So 3,000 plus 1,70,000, the total will be 1,73,000 and we are getting a balance of 9,000 which is considered as purchase of investment. So to bank account balancing figure 9,000 purchase of investment. The next item is goodwill. Opening balance is 3 lakh, closing balance is 3,43,700. So there is increase in the value of goodwill. Opening balance is 3 lakh, closing balance is 3,43,700. So there is increase in the value of goodwill. So we can consider it as goodwill purchased or purchase of goodwill. So under goodwill account, first item is the opening balance. So to balance brought down 3 lakh and the closing balance is 3,43,700. So by balance carried down 3,43,700. So 3,43,700 will be the total and 43,700 that is considered as purchase. So to bank account balancing figure purchase. Then the next item is preliminary expenses. Opening balance is 10,000, closing balance is 2,000. So it is considered as rupees 8,000, that is 10,000 minus 2,000, 8,000 is written off. Okay, preliminary expenses written off. To balance brought down 10,000 and the second entry is the closing balance. So by balance carried down 2,000. So the difference amount, that is by profit and loss account balancing figure written off. The difference amount of 8,000 is considered as preliminary expenses written off, 8,000. So we are done with all the working notes. So now we'll prepare cash flow from operating activity. Ultra Engineering Limited statement showing cash flow from operation. So we will be maintaining 3 columns, particular and 2 amount columns. The first item under cash flow from operation statement is closing balance of profit and loss account. So it is given in the problem 1,30,000. The closing balance is given in the problem, that is 1,30,000. Add non-cash and non-operating expenses. So we have already made some adjustments. We had already done the working notes. So we got to know which are the items of non-cash expense and which are the items of non-operating expenses. So we are having transfer to reserve, provision for dividend, depreciation on building, depreciation on plant and machinery, depreciation on fittings, then preliminary expenses written off, and interim dividend paid. So interim dividend paid, it is given in the adjustment. So we need to write all the amounts and then the total of it. So the total comes to 1,81,100. So closing balance of profit and loss account, add non-operating expenses. So when you add both of the amounts, you will be getting 3,11,100. 3,11,100. Less non-cash and non-operating income. So in this problem, we don't have any of the non-cash and non-operating income. So less opening balance of profit and loss account, that is also given in the problem, 1 lakh. So cash profit from operation, that is 3,11,100 minus 1 lakh. So cash profit from operation will be 2,11,100. Add decrease in current asset. So two current assets have been decreased, debtors and stock. Debtor amount has been decreased by 55,000 rupees and stock amount decreased by 56,300. So you need to compare between the opening and closing balance of each current asset and you should find out how much has been increased or how much has been decreased. Then you need to add increase in current liability. So only one current liability has been increased, that is bank overdraft, 10,000. So add all the items, the total will be 1,21,300 and the grand total comes to 3,32,400. Less increase in current asset and decrease in current liability. Now you should search which are the current assets that has been decreased. So increased, bills payable and prepaid expenses. So bills payable has been increased by an amount equal to 1,000 and prepaid expenses has been increased by rupees 100. Then decrease in current liability, you should search which are the current liabilities that are been decreased. So we are having creditors and bills payable. Creditor amount has been decreased by rupees 5,000 and bills payable has been decreased by rupees 1,000. So 1,000 plus 100 plus 5,000 plus 1,000 is equal to 7,100. So 3,32,400 less 7,100 equals to 3,25,300. Then less income tax paid. But in this problem, there is no information relating to taxation or income tax. So it is nil. So cash flow from operation will be 3,25,300. Now we are preparing cash flow statement for the year ending 31/12/2010. So first item or first heading in the preparation of cash flow statement is cash flow from operation. So we have already calculated the cash flow from operating activities, that is the net cash flow from operating activities is rupees 3,25,300. Next item, cash flow from investing activities. So under investing activities, we are considering the purchase and sale of fixed assets. So first we'll add all the cash inflows. So cash inflow, under that we are having interest on investment. Interest on investment, that is 3000 rupees. So there is no sale of fixed asset. So only thing is that they have received interest on investment, which is 300 rupees. It is a cash inflow. Less cash outflow. Okay, cash inflow minus cash outflow, you are getting net cash flow. So cash inflow, interest on investment 3000, less cash outflow. Now you should write all those purchases of fixed asset. So purchase of goodwill 43,700, purchase of building 2,27,000, purchase of plant and machinery 1,52,000, purchase of fixtures and fittings 1,400, purchase of investment 9,000. So when we add all the outflows, we are getting a total of 4,33,100. So cash outflow of 4,33,100. Now to calculate net cash flow, okay, you need to deduct the outflow from the inflow. So cash inflow 3,000 less cash outflow for 4,33,100. So there here we are getting a negative amount, that is 4,30,100. That is net cash outflow from investing activities. The next category is cash flow from financing activities. Here we are writing all those issue of shares, debentures, loan borrowed or repayment of loan, redemption of debentures, everything. So under cash flow from financing activities, we will be writing the cash inflows and then we are deducting the cash outflows. Under cash inflow, we are having issue of equity share and loan on mortgage. You know that they have issued fresh shares and also they have borrowed additional loan. So that two items will come under cash inflow. So issue of shares 1,35,000 and loan on mortgage worth rupees 60,000. So when we add these two items, we are getting a total of 1,95,000. Less cash outflow. Under that, we are having two items, dividend paid for 2009 and interim dividend. So dividend paid for the year 2009 was 70,000. Interim dividend is rupees 20,000. The total is 90,000. So cash inflow is how much? 1,95,000 less cash outflow, that is 90,000. So since it is less, 1,95,000 minus 90,000, we are getting a total of 1,05,000. That is net cash flow from financing activities. Now we need to calculate how much amount has been increased or how much amount has been decreased with respect to cash and cash equivalent. So the heading will be net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent. For that, we should consider the opening balance of cash and cash equivalent less closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. So cash and cash equivalents in the beginning. So we are having only the information relating to cash, that is 2,000. The opening balance is 2,000 less closing balance is 2,200. So opening balance was 2,000 rupees, closing balance is 2,200 rupees. So there is a net increase in cash and cash equivalent by rupees 200. So net increase in cash and cash equivalent is rupees 200. So now in the outer column you can see we are having the total of cash outflow from operation 3,25,300. Net cash flow from investing activities, we are having a minus balance or negative amount, that is 4,30,100, and net cash flow from financing activity, that is 1,05,000. So when we add these three amount, it must be equal to the net increase in the cash and cash equivalent. So 3,25,200 minus 4,30,100 plus 1,000, 1,05,000. It must be equal to rupees 200. That is net increase in cash and cash equivalents. Thank you, students.